All right, so we got, I don't know, what are we calling this? I'm not going to call it a Super Bowl preview. I'm going to call it AFC Championship Aftermath. That's what I'm going to call it. How's that? Where you're in one of two schools. You think like this is the Patriots are back and we're, now, back to the dynasty times, or we're the biggest fraud team in the league. There's two different schools of thoughts here. So I think, Rick, I'm gonna get the group going. Dougie, got your water? What are you drinking down there in Florida? Dougie looks like he's coming to us from State
Nice
Penitentiary, FLA.
Fiji water.
The Fiji water.
Thanks to our millions of viewers. Complete disaster on Sunday. We all weren't together watching the game. And thanks for all the millions of viewers. I'm going to get into it because I'm not overly happy with the Pats on Sunday.
Well, hold on. So I think before you even do that, how about Bill Belichick not being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Did you see that, Rick?
Yeah,
That
not
is like,
surprised.
I'm
Is he
sorry. I
not
mean,
surprised?
listen.
I'm not.
I am not. Oh, well, time out. I am not a Belichick guy. I think he's a clown. I think he's doing everything possible to wreck his legacy. One of the best coaches ever, or probably the best coach ever. To not put that guy in on the first ballot is an absolute embarrassment to the NFL. I don't even know how it works. I don't know who the voters are. Whoever they are, whatever that voting body is complete embarrassment. It's like, was the guy the best coach ever with the best record ever in terms of championships, or are you voting? Are you voting no because he's got a 24-year-old girlfriend and he's acting like an idiot when he's older? Like, what are we doing? Is it a character trophy or award, or is it a accomplishment award? What is it?
I think there's a lot of owners, a lot of people there. Though I think Deflategate's a complete joke. But what happened with Spygate said you're going to wait a year. And I think they think he was a smug prick
It
and
was.
benefited from Tom Brady.
He was. I mean, look. You
Yeah,
put a
but
gun to
but
my
now but
head.
now you're changing all the credentials to get into the Hall of Fame for this
Exactly.
one person.
Exactly.
Now everybody's just gonna hold like a revenge thing. Like, you know what? The only thing we can do about it is you're just not gonna get in first ballot.
Oh, look at the Baseball Hall of Fame. All the greatest players of that generation aren't in. And there's definitely guys that got in from that generation who were juicing. So, sometimes you pay your penance. It is what it is. I could care less. I'm glad he waits a year. He's an idiot.
I mean,
Never liked him. I think the media hated him. He was a
yeah,
jerk to the media. He was a jerk. He was
he
a
was.
big fat
So if
jerk
if if that's the
who
case with the
couldn't win a
same
game
pennants,
without Tom Brady.
with the same thing, Tom Brady's not a
He
first ballot
couldn't win
Hall
a
of
game
Famer.
when he was the general manager. He couldn't win a game without a good OC and a good DC. And the bottom line is he showed his colors. Without all of those factors, he couldn't win a football game. It basically single-handedly almost destroyed an organization until Vrabel came on board. And we lucked out with the most horrific schedule in the history of football. And we have a good team, don't get me wrong, but amazing how bad the NFL is. I mean, the product is pathetic. Did you see the NFL? Did you guys stay up and watch the NFC Championship game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Horrible. Absolutely horrible. See the jerk drop the punt?
yeah.
It's like you feel bad for kid in high school if you made that decision. I mean, it is. The product is so unbelievably. It's beyond belief.
But the thing about it that makes it interesting is as bad as it is, as bad as that play is, as bad as the calls that there are. You got a JSN, and you got like Booty making these catches, and you got May making these throws, and you know Puka Nakua doing what he does. I mean, as much as there's bad, there's this other side of the chart, unbelievable talent, which is which is pretty cool to see. So it's like a car crash. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen, and it's
No, it's
spectacular.
because the coaching in the league is horrible. It's
Yeah,
horrible. It's
no, you can't argue that. I mean,
half the AFC just got fired this year. I mean, when has that ever happened in the history of the NFL?
yeah,
Basically, almost every single team the Patriots played, their head coach got fired this year. I mean, that's mind blowing.
and the Jets still have their coach, right?
Yes. I think the Steelers hired Mike McCarthy.
They did.
No, there's another that'll work out well. Another loser. Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. That's why, get some decent coaching, favorable schedule. But McDaniels, I don't know. I think May's hurt.
They're saying it today.
I think he's dinged. Because for him to call a football game like he did last week is criminal. And not one talk radio person called him out on how bad a game plan he had last week. It was staggering.
Could they just blame it on the weather, which pisses me off because this team plays in fucking New England. They're used to adverse weather, and everybody loves using the weather as a fucking excuse.
And the weather was fine in the first half.
Yeah.
It was cold. Who cares? It wasn't bad. The conditions weren't there the first half. They played worse in the first half than they did the second half. And the staggering thing is, if it's true, the last play of the game, well, not the last play of the game, but when Drake May sealed it, when he finally did a counter boot or an RPO or whatever, supposedly May called his own number on that. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I mean, that is false.
I like it.
I love it. Because you know what it would have been? Punt.
Yeah, they would have, gone right side and punted, right?
Straight drop back. Not one RPO. Now, if they're saying May's shoulder's banged up and they don't want him running the RPO, maybe, I don't know. But I have never seen a poorer coach game than what McDaniels did in that game. Just absolutely horrific. Horrific.
I agree.
And that goes to the same thing we've been saying for weeks now. Where it's just they had the game plan, you just stick to it. There's no changing it up. There's no just rolling with the punches. It's just nope. This is the game plan. This is what we're doing. Okay.
I concur. But my thing is, what was the game plan? There's Pop Warner coaches in Plymouth that could design a better offense than that. Well, I couldn't. I mean, you saw me. I just. You were sitting there, it was just James and I and Johnny. I'm just like, what? Am I watching another straight drop back? Am I watching another gun? Am I watching, another? They could run. Finally, they stuck to the run. It would go pound it for 5 and then go to the gun. It was just keep pounding it. I mean, it was mind-numbing what I witnessed in that game.
The offensive line sucked too.
Except for that one drive.
But the play calling doesn't help you. I keep saying this.
Yeah.
Play calling helps offensive linemen. The difference is with Denver, he had Stidham who stinks, and he ended up choking too, not kicking the field goal. But the point is, at least there's scheme to what they're doing. It helps your linemen. They don't even run. The Patriots don't even run at one they don't even run one trap offensive run play. We're coming across as the tight end who traps the D end and you kick it outside. Forget about thinking that you're going to have a guard do that and run an inside trap. There's nothing. It's either everything straight ahead, a straight drop back. No roll. There was maybe one rollout play. Didn't run a screen that was effective. It was no consistency in what you were trying to establish.
So let me ask you that. Do you think that's more play calling and game planning, or the coaches knowing the abilities of the offensive line and they don't feel comfortable calling those?
All right, it's going to help the offensive line. They're not a bad run blocking offensive line. They're an excellent run blocking offensive line. So their whole offense was run this week. Made a couple throws. That was about it. I mean, come on. I mean, it helps you out. Then you can run your RPO off that, run your play action off of that. There wasn't one under center play action to hit the tight end. kept throwing at Surtain. Why are you throwing at Surtain? The other kid can't cover me. Their other cornerback. He's the most targeted cornerback in football. I mean, it was mind-numbing. You have to try hard. I think they ran, 12 plays? Well, how many plays they run like in the first half? It was something ridiculous. How few plays they ran. The defense was, I know, everybody will say Stidham, whatever, but the defense, everybody also thinks that Herbert's a good quarterback, and they shoved him too. That defense is playing really, really tough. They're going to be good.
Yeah, even definitely riding the defense's coattails. I mean, that first quarter, Gonzo got burned twice on the big pass, and then on the he was like flying a kite on the touchdown. Three of them were just looking in the backfield. They all bit, and here goes Sutton right to the pylon of the back. Oh, easy touchdown.
Yeah. But this is what I'll say. I mean, I agree with everything you guys are saying, but this is what I'll say is the defense is playing at a top-notch level. The game was won on three things. The opening drive of the second half, they kept the ball for 8 minutes, and they dominated the line of scrimmage. They didn't get a touchdown, but they got a field goal, but that was enough. The other play was the touchdown call with Drake May. That was a good call, and he walked in there, and then him taking himself at the end. So Drake May wasn't top notch throwing the ball, but he made the plays that made the difference in the game. So you got to kind of tip your cap there. I mean, yeah, the rest of it, 100% terrible. But when it came down to winning the game, they did what they needed to do to win the game. I felt like the Pats won that as opposed to Denver lost it. That's how I feel.
Really?
Yeah. That opening drive in the second half, that was a ball game.
Great try. No question about it. But they stayed consistent. They had an actual game plan. And it worked. But to just butcher the entire first half was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I'll tell you right now, if they get out 10-0 in that game, they're in deep, deep trouble.
But the thing about this team, I agree. Like, you can't argue with what you guys are saying. You can't argue with the people that say they had a terrible schedule. You can't argue with any of that. You can't argue with the fact that Bo Nix was down. Obviously the second string quarterback's in. You can't argue with any of that. But what they've done the entire year is what they needed to do at the time to win the game. They did it all year.
I'm not arguing that. I think everybody's schedule stinks because the league stinks.
Right. But I'm saying there's the difference between a winner. I'm not worried about that.
I'm worried about you have more talent than you show. Your quarterback's supposedly healthy. You've got running backs. You've got some receivers. How they use them, just appalled by how basic and pathetic that game plan was. They're way better than all three of the teams they just beat, in my opinion. If there was some freaking play calling involved.
I agree, but I'm looking forward to, they got 2 weeks off. Hopefully it's not raining. That's the only thing that'll screw this thing up. But I'm hoping that the field's in good condition, that the weather's good. They can actually run an offense. They can actually run, skill plays. I think it's going to be a high-scoring Super Bowl if the conditions are good. I think it's going to be like I could say high-scoring, like 27-24 type of game. Because both teams can do a lot of shit. I think both teams can. Patriots have. They haven't lately, but they have. And I don't think Seattle's defense is that great. They're okay.
I wasn't impressed with them that much at all.
I mean, the Rams didn't really have a lot of problems. They beat themselves.
I think it's going to be better for me getting ready for the weather. He needs 2 weeks, mentally recharge a little bit. Spillane needs 2 weeks because that was tough. They battled with him coming out of the game again. They should have Harold Landry back, which will give him some depth on the outside. So I think that the Patriots are really going to benefit from this extra rest, and I love him in the game.
And the other
It's
thing
shocking.
too, I think that Vrabel's going to come up with a game plan that works. From a defensive perspective, I think that they're going to take a look and say, all right, got you gotta cover the Walker and Smith and Jigba, and then see what Donald can do from there. Donald is not that guy. He's not. He never has been.
No,
They can get in his head somehow. I don't know. What are you thinking, Dougie? Dougie, get the smirk going. The naysay.
I think your synopsis of the game was that it was the three play of the Patriots is incorrect.
Okay.
I think that's to Rick's point, Peyton not kicking that field goal and going up 10-zip was an absolute he should have been fired as soon as he walked into the locker room after the game. And then to know that the weather was coming and everything to not go up 10 is a travesty. When they're on the Patriots 14-yard line, you don't just kick the ball, take the points. So I think that was another gift handed to the Patriots. It's just I don't know about this game.
well, there were two big missed field goals too. I mean, regardless, it wasn't the 63-yarder. You can't blame him. He had the leg, but he could have banged that other one. But then they missed a big field goal too. So yeah, it was.
Yeah, he missed a 45-yarder. I mean, not a chip shot, but
You got to make that, But
but to put the guys in the position to need that in that part of the game.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying though. Those are both they offset themselves in like how the game could have played out. But
the clock management at the end of the first half was a joke.
Oh yeah,
what they were thinking there, I have no idea.
None.
They single-handedly, actually, both teams gave each other a chance that never should have came about. There should have been one possession at the end of that half. It should have been the Pats. Said there was 3 possessions in like a little over 2 minutes, and they both had a crack at a field goal.
Yep,
it's insane.
It was
poor clock management, poor coaching, really bad.
It was compelling, definitely a compelling game, that's for sure.
I thought the game sucked. Aesthetically, I thought it was terrible. I thought it was. It was bad execution in the first half. In the second half, the weather was so bad, nobody could do anything. You know what I mean? It was.
Suck it up. Vinatieri banks kicks through that in his sleep.
But the guys on the field on Sunday couldn't do it. These guys on the field couldn't.
Yeah, run some plays. Use the diversion. You get the all-white uniforms on perfect. In offense, run some RPO. They don't really see it. Boom, pop away. Come on. Play the game.
I don't know. I think it was it just seemed like it was impossible to do anything because neither team could get anything going. Stidham, talk about the biggest hype. Like, oh, he's got the arm strength and he'd be starting for all these different teams and blah, 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 blah. You got exactly, it was kind of like they had to feed you the story to keep you interested that this guy had a chance. At the end of the day, there's a reason why he hasn't taken a snap in a few years because he sucks. He sucks. He was god awful in that game. That play, the second string quarterback was the reason why Denver lost that game, in terms of execution. He made 2 turnovers that were huge. Huge.
That one turnover was a problem. That changed the whole game.
That's the other thing about the NFL. Figure it out. Every single scoring play is reviewed. So if the guy throws the ball and the whistle isn't blown and you think it's a backwards pass, the guy picks it up, takes it in the end zone, call it a touchdown because it's going to get reviewed.
Absolutely no question about it.
But
that would have been a biblical play if that turned into no touchdown.
Yeah. But use the rules to your advantage if you're a ref. It's a touchdown all day. Let's go. Review it. New York, tell me something different. Okay, great.
All part of the product, coach.
We'll go from there.
And then how about Tony Romo? How does he get paid? A lot of money. That was the most embarrassing color guy I've ever seen. The guys
Oh,
that do the last place 1 o'clock games are better than him. He
he's
didn't know
brutal.
guys' names. He's really, really bad.
Yeah, and he overdoes it. He tries to think that he's going to tell you what's going to happen, and then it doesn't happen, or he'll overanalyze the most obvious thing. You got to get a yard here. No shit, Tony. Like, hello.
Yeah, he's bad, 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 bad.
Yeah,
And Brady was a little bit interesting. He was a little bit
sassy.
huh?
I call him sassy. He was saying something about or drinking or something like that, like having a few or something like that. He was talking about the crowd.
Well, he was a little bit pro. Who's the OC with who's the OC with Seattle? Because I think he's gonna be the new
Head coach of the Raiders.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He was a little bit over the top with him in his play call.
No, but he was making comments about the crowd and how you got to have a few, before you get in here to get everything rolling. It's like, really, Tom?
That crowd was awesome. That's an absolutely electric stadium.
I was actually, what Dougie went through my head? They were talking about the conditions. I think it was like mid-40s at game time there. It looked like a beautiful day over Puget Sound. I was like, oh, some of these motherfuckers probably played golf today before this game.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, I was so jealous.
Some of the football players?
Oh, some of the fans like us, like
Oh,
like, it was a day like that here. You
I
could
think they
play
would get
18, but
pickled. I think they would get pickled and ready to go. They
I'm
had
just saying.
because that game out there was at like 3:30.
Yeah, so you get up at 7, God forbid, get 18 in, be home by
Perfect day
1.
for me. Golf at 7 and then go tailgate a football game.
You would
Can't
never
wait.
do that. You would never do that.
No. Unless I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
But that
Yeah,
was an electric crowd. But that's a big advantage for Seattle. Now you go to a neutral site. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great game.
I think we're going to travel. I think there's going to be a shitload of Pats fans there.
Yeah.
So it's not like, it's an easier trip for Seattle because they're on the West Coast. Now, I saw an interesting stat today. Uh, Something like if a team travels east, they've never won a game in the Super Bowl. And I guess Seattle is a little further west than San Fran. So they got to travel east to go to San Fran. Look at that.
Oh,
Scrape,
yeah,
really
that's a
scraping the
big East.
bottom
That's
of
a
the
big
barrel on the old stats, huh?
I'm just saying, it's what I've seen. A team has never traveled east and won the Super Bowl.
Okay. Right.
Hey, something I saw. Pats have won 3 Super Bowls in that scenario, traveling west. I just think it's unbelievable. Like, you see the people online and stuff. The Patriots again?
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Though. I mean,
Saw something great
you
on
can say whatever you want about, but it's ironic. You think about the Patriots win it, right? How about college football and the Pats?
Well,
And
here's a question for you: Is who can you name someone to win the national championship and then the Super Bowl the next year?
What?
Can you name a player that won the national championship and then went in the NFL and they won the Super Bowl the next year?
The next year.
You get drafted on a team and they win the
Yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl.
Quarterback?
Anybody?
Oh.
It's got to be somebody. I mean, I don't
Well,
know.
this
Yeah, I'm
year,
sure there's somebody.
Travion Henderson can be that guy if they win. But you would think, that would be kind of a handy thing to know, but no one comes to mind quickly, because typically you think a team that wins a Super Bowl had a low draft pick, usually. So it wouldn't be a guy that, was on a national championship team, but there's got to be a whole bunch of them, you would think, right? I don't know.
No,
Seems
I
like
mean, anywhere from, yeah, like on a 52 player roster. Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. I'll see if ChatGPT knows the answer to this.
I don't know.
No, but I mean, it's
Go
not
get
a,
to, go ahead, Doug.
the, I think it's a legitimate storyline. Like, yes, they had the easiest schedule. Yes, they I think are by the stat cast the luckiest team in the NFL. And obviously people are gonna say something about it. But I think that people get more upset at the fact that the Patriots fans just decide to stick their heads in the sand and just, have the mentality of they hate us because they ain't us, and not say like, yeah, it is, but it's just the way it shook out this year.
Hey, I couldn't agree. Like I've said it the whole time. I don't want to hear about the Patriots schedule. The league stinks. The league stinks. You maybe wouldn't have had the same record, but the Buffalo Bills, were they in the playoffs?
Yes.
And could they win or did they choke? Choked. It's the same dance, same dance. And they choked. So we could go down the list of all these teams who ended up, yeah, what do you say? Oh, Mahomes was out of the tournament this because he's hurt. Blah, blah, blah. How about Matt Stafford, supposed MVP? How about that choke job again by them? Okay, you could go. I mean, they didn't just play the 86 freaking Chicago Bears. I mean, what are we talking about? Every team that gets in the tournament has a chance to win the tournament. Greatest defense on earth, Houston. Yeah, well, your quarterback's an embarrassment. And the Patriots defense is played ridiculous. This isn't this. You could argue to get to the dance, you might have a cupcake schedule. Great. But when everybody gets to the dance, it is what it is. And there's W's and L's. It's that freaking simple. And I'm so sick of hearing about it. It's pathetic because they all were there. And the teams that are in the Super Bowl either didn't deliver or choked, or will blame it because Bo Nix got hurt. Wow.
Well,
Like you lost Johnny Unitas.
I tell you what, this year was more wide open than any other year I've ever seen on both sides.
Yeah. And going back just the other thing, I don't blame the Rams losing on Stafford. I don't think Stafford choked that away. I think that was the defense. They had like uh, what is it? The Rams had like 500 yards of offense in that game.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
teams were good.
But they consistently choked to get it in the end zone. And the drop punt was criminal. Criminal. Geeky just scored again. He's got like 7 goals in the last week or something crazy since he hadn't scored in like a while.
He's the definition of
They put him
streaky.
back with Pastor and Lindholm. He's on freaking fire.
So the last guy to do that, national championship followed by Super Bowl, Tony Dorsett.
Wow,
Next Patriot.
That's a good one.
Tony Dorsett is not an ex-Patriot.
Where did Tony Dorsett go to college, Doug? He's too young.
Yeah, no way.
West Virginia.
No, close.
Close, yeah. They have one of the greatest rivalries in all college football.
Wow. Okay. Wait,
Interesting.
who's the Patriot? Oh, was it Philip Dorsett?
Yeah, it's Philip
Who's the
Dorsett.
Patriot? Okay.
Yeah. Don't confuse Philip and Tony.
I'll
He
try
went
not
to
to.
Pittsburgh.
Went to
Pittsburgh with dudes back then. Hugh Green and those guys. Oh my God.
Dan Marino.
Pittsburgh. Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking about
Marino.
back in the day.
Back in the
I don't know
day.
if you're talking about like the Larry Fitzgerald days.
No.
Older than
Oh,
that.
wait, this is way back.
But that's
Tony
ChatGPT.
D was before Emmett Smith.
Well, ChatGPT said players have done it, but not back-to-back years. Like last year, Devontae Smith won it, but he won it in college, but it wasn't back-to-back years. So, Tony Dorsett, most notable.
Who won an Olympic gold medal? Coach, Doug, you'll have no chance of this. In 1980, at Lake Placid, and then went to the NHL and won the Stanley Cup in the same year.
I know this.
Who?
Kenny
Jim
Morrow.
Craig?
Yeah, nice job. Good
Kenny
job.
Morrow.
Kenny Morrow.
Defenseman.
Great career.
New York Islanders.
Absolutely. So what's the we got to make the Super Bowl shuffle, coach?
Were a lot of those guys on the Lake
Yeah.
Placid team in the NHL?
And they Lake Placid? Well,
Yeah, were a lot of those guys in the NHL?
Craig had a weird career with in the NHL. He ended up with the Atlanta Flames for a while. I think he played with the Bees too. But yeah, they had some guys. The guy, the center. Remember the center that scored the goal at the end of the first period?
Yeah, Mark Johnson had a really good career. Johnson played with Hartford, and he played with
Pittsburgh.
The Broughtons were really good in the NHL. They played obviously Kenny Morrow.
Morrow was a really good player.
Who was the other big defenseman with the blonde hair? He had a good career at Montreal.
Well, the Christians were both players too.
Yeah, they would play with Winnipeg.
They were good. So yeah, there's a number of guys that played in the pros.
They would like Neil Broughton. Did I say Broughton? He was another one. Yeah, they were. That's why it was interesting because no one really knew about them. That they were like really this big underdog, and they were still amateurs, but they were a pretty talented group. Like one of the only guys that retired right afterwards was Michael Ruzioni.
Yeah, well,
but
that's what we ever made. I tell you that.
Some of them had longer careers than others, but a bunch of them had good, solid NHL careers, no doubt.
I think even the backup goalie had a good career.
What was his name? Do you remember?
I forget, but he had he was definitely a noticeable name that you would know.
Janicek
played in the NHL for a while.
Yeah,
he had a good career. That was a legit team.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a little side note for everybody.
There was a little side. Well, we're coming up on the Olympics, so may as well get it in, right?
Absolutely. So the Super Bowl shuffle coming up, Coach. We got to get you ready to go. I'm gonna have to cut you around.
Yeah, I got to figure it out. I mean, because it's weird. It's weird. This is the weirdest injury ever. We lose Doug. It feels okay. It's not super painful. It's way less painful than it was before the surgery. It just doesn't work because it's so swollen. There's like no range of motion, and obviously I'm afraid to, I'm not allowed. I'm not supposed to do anything, drastic. Less is more, they say. Just try to work it every day, and it's a slow road game. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta slow road it every day, and then wait for He said that I was talking to the guy today. He said 3 to 4 weeks the swelling really comes down, and then you can start really doing your rehab. So,
maybe you'll just be with Jimmy. We'll just you guys keep the house warm, and then we'll meet you back.
No, I mean I want to partake somewhat.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. I just I don't know what happened to Doug. Maybe he could rejoin. We'll see.
All right.
He probably wasn't plugged in or something. I don't know.
If that's it.
Hold on. Let me text him real quick. I mean, next week we'll do our predictions. But it's been interesting what I've seen. People are gonna bitch what they're gonna bitch about. You know what I mean? It's easy to bitch on the past, but at the end of the day, they've done everything they were supposed to do. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah.
But what happened, Doug? You everything all right?
Yeah, we're good.
Prison lose power a little bit there?
That's it.
Dougie's back. They let him back in the Zoom from the prison. He was running
coming from cell block 8. Cell block 8, Dougie.
Yeah. No, my quick question was, forgive my ignorance, but I thought the Super Bowl had to be played in a dome. Is that false information?
Totally false. They played in New York a few years ago. Giant Stadium, which was nuts. They should never do that again.
Huh. I thought it had to
Doug,
be
what do you think for the
just
shuffle?
to take any type of weather or anything out of it.
No. I mean Miami's a staple. They do it in Miami all the time. Arizona. Is Arizona a dome?
Yes.
Yeah.
Arizona,
The Fiesta Bowl?
it can be. It can be. It's retractable.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should have it in that every year. I think it should be on natural surface, and I think it should be in a retractable roof stadium. I don't care where it is. It could be in the same place every year. Who cares? Make their own friggin' Super Bowl stadium. Make it in Vegas or something. I don't know. But it should be in the same place every year. That's what I think. Like the Masters, It's that important.
The Masters, he says.
They'll never do that just because of the money.
What money?
Well, because it's all the people that build new stadiums are guaranteed a Super Bowl.
Well,
So
yeah, I mean,
they're gonna hold a Super Bowl in Buffalo in fucking February.
if they got a retractable roof, they will.
They could, yeah, and they're gonna have retractable.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine if there's no retractable roof and it's just open and now they're playing the Super Bowl
They
in a
had one in
fucking
Jacksonville.
blizzard?
They had one in Jacksonville. I mean, come on. I heard the stadium at San Fran's, that stadium, that whole set, the new stadium's a joke. It's like in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
Horrible.
really?
Zolak was going off on it. He said it's horrible. Horrible place to be.
So Alexa boob.
Joe Wagner, my buddy, Joe, my boss there at AAS, he was at the Denver game Sunday.
Wow.
And kind of ironic, we were talking about, because actually the lovely Lisa and I visited that stadium, which was she wanted to go see the stadium, so we went and visited it when we were out there. But like when we were there, we were like, there's like nothing here. It's like dropped in the middle of a parking lot. Like Joe's like, you have to walk like there's not even a parking lot like barely around the whole stadium. He said it was nothing there. I said, I know. I've seen it. I checked it out.
That's not in the city?
He said the sightline's great when you go in, but they're building a new one. It's not, it's like where Coors Field is awesome. Coors Field's like location's more like a Fenway. There's like a cool bunch of bars and restaurants right there. That was fun. We were there for St. Patty's Day, and then she wanted to go over to see the stadium, but the stadium's sort of like on the other side of the highway, the big highway. It's probably 95. Every highway is 95. So it's on the other side of 95.
I think it's 75, actually, Rick. I've been on it.
Yeah, I don't know. But so it was like it was like on the other side of the highway. It's like literally, I'm telling you, like nothing there. It made MetLife look like it's in a robust neighborhood or something. Like it's like, so I guess they are building a new stadium. So that's what Joe was saying. I really don't care, but it was just interesting that he was just there. But he said, to your point about the weather conditions, they came down. It came down fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway.
It's kind of a weird area. Like, it's not in the mountains. It's like flat as a pancake out there. Except the mountains, you can see them in the background. But Denver itself is on the plains.
Yeah, it is. But the mountains are in the back, and then you go, but it's still, yeah, Denver's up. Denver's pretty good. I like how I had a great time out, obviously, but it was.
Weather's pretty cool out there. I mean, yeah, they had the shitty, they get the snow and stuff like that, but it straightens out pretty quick out there. And they have over 300 days a year sunshine every year. Over 300 days. I think it's the sunniest city in America, something like that. It's pretty close.
It's getting better. It's just the problem out there is just the homeless is unbelievable. Never seen anything like it.
Beautiful though, beautiful area out there.
But it's pretty. But when you're there, but it's like it's crazy. It
was on the ocean.
Spring. I mean, but you're literally like, I mean, there's like cities of like homeless.
Oh.
Well, just people who don't have money and need a place to stay, and they literally make these cities. You see them everywhere. It's, they're doing fine. It's not like they're violent people or anything like that.
Off the grid.
But it's a totally different.
Checking out, Dougie. They're checking out.
It's weird if you go. I mean, if you go out there, you'll see. But anyway, Boston Bruins are rolling again. But I like its club. I like the Celtics are rolling. Hilarious.
Yes, they're in second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
give
we can talk
Missoula
about that
credit.
some other time, but like,
I gotta give. I've picked on Missoula quite a bit. I gotta give him quite a bit of credit.
yeah,
I
I
think the club
retract my earlier statements. I thought he was a shitty coach.
he's managing the younger guys better.
I'm wrong.
There's some young guys playing. I give Stevens ridiculous credit. The guys he's drafted. I mean, it's unbelievable. You go down that roster. I mean, Hugo. I mean, he's going to be a 20-year NBA player. There's a kid that he's brought from the G League. He's playing unbelievable. He was like a 3-time MVP at Drexel, and then he was playing his final career. What's Williams, right? Not Williams.
Something like that, 70 something. His number is.
Yeah, but he was like. Then he did his last year at what are you doing? At Kentucky, I believe. Like they brought him in on the NIL deal. Like he's like a basketball player, and he's big. What's his name, Doug? Look him up. The Celtics just came up. I just watched him last night. I was really impressed with the kid. I think it's
Weird thing is though, like that kid Walsh should be playing like 20, 25 to 30 minutes a night, and then he goes down to nothing. He does that. It's weird. It's like a guy's in and then he's out.
Yeah, but Jordan Walsh played a good minutes last night. She's mixing up. Shyman's playing more. It's Hauser's been playing good. That was better.
Yeah, he has. He got
But
Garza?
anyway.
Is it Garza?
no.
Oh, Garza's been good. No,
I'll tell you who it is.
77.
Max?
A. Williams.
Huh?
Amari
His last name was
Williams.
Williams. A. Williams.
What?
Amari Williams.
Amari
Yeah,
Williams.
Amari Williams. That's what I said. It's Williams. Yeah. But look at his, if you look at his college career, he's a legit dude.
Yeah,
Like,
he played at Kentucky.
Those guys are going to be here for a while. I mean, so anyway, it's kind of interesting. It's good to see.
Jordan
But
Wallace
he's
played
drafted.
3 minutes last night.
Huh?
Jordan Wallace played 3 minutes last night.
Yeah, maybe not a ton.
No.
Amari's big boy, 7 feet, 250. He's from England.
Yeah.
He's
Exactly.
23 years old,
Yeah.
which is rare.
Another youngster. And he's
No, but I mean, he's old for the
gonna be
NBA.
He's going to be a legit player.
He's an old rookie, though, for the NBA, you know?
Yeah, that's all right.
I like it. All right, boys.
What do we
So,
got? Anything good for entertainment? Obviously, Coach had his knee operated on. Everything went well.
it wasn't very entertaining.
Exactly, but
I got an education, I tell you that. I'll tell you guys a couple little stories. First of all, they give you a they give you a tourniquet. They put a tourniquet on your leg, and that's why. And they stop the blood flow, so it's like when they open it up, there's nothing there, so they can do whatever they got to do. But that's where that horrific bruise came from on the back of my leg. It's from having a tourniquet on it. Yeah, that hurt. My thigh hurts more than any part of my operation. I don't know. They showed it to me. They put this thing on us, and they must really crank it up because my leg was killing me. They give you a nerve block that lasts for like 2 days. And you come out of that thing thinking, all right, that's nothing. Well, the morning of day 3, reality comes. And it's pure hell. It's 24 hours.
Like an epidural for pregnancy?
Well, they give you the spinal too. But the nerve block is a shot. They actually do an ultrasound on your thigh, and they find the nerve that goes to your knee, and they numb it, and it lasts for like 48 hours. Really, and all this shit takes place within like 6 hours, from literally walking in there to walking out of there. 6 hours, and they they do all this shit to you, and they cut your two bones. They put the thing in there and take out your ACL and your PCL. They take them out, so I got no like lateral ligaments in my legs anymore. and the whole thing's completely mechanical now. They actually call it a prosthetic
Did they
joint.
give you? Did they give you like
Oxy,
sets or anything?
oxy. I took oxy for 3 days,
Yeah.
which doesn't really do much for the pain. It just kind of, makes it easy to go to sleep. That's for sure.
Yeah. Wait,
But
are you sleeping in bed? You just
yeah,
stay flat or?
first night I got up the stairs, went right to bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's been good.
Jesus.
I've been lucky. Like the sleep has been good. I got a good position the first night. It wasn't painful. The day three really sucked bad. But then the last thing though was that spinal thing they give you. You come out of it, and you have no feeling from the waist down. That sucked. You're literally paralyzed from the waist down.
How
Wow.
long?
And they're like, "Huh?"
How long?
I was like that for an hour, which was pissing them off because they wanted to get out of there. Somebody come by every 5 minutes. Can you wiggle your toes? Can you wiggle your toes? I'm like, no. I'm like, the more you ask, the more worried I'm getting. Like, is this permanent? Like, am I staying like this? Oh, no, no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. 5 minutes later, can you wiggle your toes? No,
That's a little bit nerve-wracking.
it is.
Jesus.
It is. And then I couldn't wiggle my toes, but I could wiggle my feet. Like, I could do this. Couldn't feel it, but I could do it. I'm like, this is fucking weird. Finally.
Jesus.
Then they were like, well, okay, you have to empty your bowel, but have to empty your bladder before you leave. You got to make sure that everything's working down there. And I'm like, there's no chance I'm going to go. They're like, what do you mean? I go, I literally went right before you took me in the operating room. There's no chance I'm going to do it. It was only like an hour and a half later. So I get up on my feet. I can't feel my legs, but they could move. And I go in and you could tell they wanted to get out of there. It was like, getting to be like almost 4 o'clock. And they're like, any luck? And I'm like, no, I told you. They're like, oh, all right, well, all right, we'll do an ultrasound to see if there's anything in your bladder. So they like freaking whip my shirt up and put the thing down. Oh yeah, he's empty. All right, you're good. You can go. I'm like, holy shit. Am I inconveniencing you people?
Jesus.
It was unreal. It was, I mean, great. They were very, very, very professional people, but it was like boom, 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 in and out. The anesthesiologist was awesome. That woman was like on it. You could tell. I think that's the last thing I said to him. I was in the operating room with 3 women. The surgeon wasn't even in there yet, and he was gone when I came out of it. I was like, "Oh, is the surgeon here? I want to talk to him." No, he left. I'm like, okay. But the three nurses in there, they were excellent at everything they did. Right before I went out, I was like, I just want to tell you guys something. You guys are very professional. I like the level of attention to detail and things. I like that a lot. That was the last thing I remember saying. I do remember they thanked me, and then they were probably like, "All right, take them out."
That's it.
It was a good experience. So I recommend the New England Baptist Dedham Surgical Center. It was very, very good experience.
Good.
Poor bastard. When I got there, some guy was getting a hip or something done. The dumbass got up like it's his normal morning, has himself friggin' bacon and eggs. I heard him talking to him. I heard the nurse go, "So have you eaten anything?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I had bacon and eggs." She's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to eat this morning." She's like, "No, we said nothing from midnight the night before. Like you can't be put under. You can't be. We can't do anesthesias, anesthetics, whatever. You can't be put under with food in your stomach. And we gotta cancel it."
Jesus.
Puts his jacket on and walks out. I was like, idiot. Like,
All right, let's wrap it up. We get predictions.
no prediction next week.
All right, predictions next week. All right.
Yeah.
Enjoy the snow. It's absolute living hell living in Plymouth, Massachusetts, Boston, New England. I needed 1 year. 1 year of this gig, and I'm gone. Can't do
I'll
it.
be I'll be coming back to it tomorrow, Rick. I'm still in Florida.
Oh, you are, buddy. Oh, you didn't. We didn't
Yeah.
get your entertainment from
Yeah,
down there.
cell block
No,
area.
I was supposed to fly out yesterday at 6. And then the day before, Delta put out this thing. It was like, winter storm advisory, like, we'll let you change your flight for free. So we just pushed it instead of flying out at 6, we were gonna fly out at 8:30 instead. So I guess you guys got the 2 feet of snow, and then I guess you guys got another little storm come in and dump another what, like 6 inches or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that storm, I guess, was supposed to start like 3 hours earlier than it actually did. So our original flight ended up taking off.
Oh.
So the flight we changed to did it, but then the original flight we did, my brother's a pilot, so he's got this thing he can like track everything, like all the flights. They were doing it. The I guess the runways were not in good condition, so the pilot ended up doing a go around, so he ended up bringing it in. I guess figured out he couldn't stop the plane, had to take it back up, and then fucking come around again.
Oh wow.
And then I guess they didn't the snow removal crews like were working like crazy, so they didn't have enough gates. So they landed and then they had to sit on the tarmac for like 3 hours before a gate opened up that they could go
Oh
into.
my God.
Torture.
Yeah.
That's
I was
torture.
like, good thing we just fucking stayed here for an extra day.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you stay in the weather? How was the trip though? Did you have a nice time?
It was good. Today was the first day it wasn't at least 75 degrees. It was like 50 and windy.
So
But
when did you get down there on Friday?
I was wheels down in Florida at 10:30 last Thursday in the
Nice.
morning.
So you've had good weather. You got a lot of golf in.
Great weather, played 2 rounds of golf. No complaints. Weather was awesome. Yeah,
Good.
can't wait to retire somewhere down here in like 25 years.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good trip. All right, fellas. See you next time.
Yeah,
Thanks
we'll
to our
talk
millions of
about we'll
viewers.
talk we'll do predictions and shuffle itinerary.
Yes.
I like it. Sounds good.
All right, boys.
We'll see
Talk to
ya.
you later.
See ya.